how does it work for somebody who wants to move up a corporate ladder? And part of their thing is, I'm not sure if it does, but the other part of that thing is, I'm not sure if it does because I've never worked in corporate. I've served tables or bartended, and I've run my own businesses, and that's the only things that I've ever done in life. So never worked for a corporation, or had to wear a suit to work myself. So I want to understand, let's just say somebody's 20 years old, 22 years old, they recently graduated college, and they're wanting to move up the corporate ladder. How does having a podcast help them?
No. Okay. That's perfect. A great question. So let me start by saying I worked in the entertainment industry for 30 years, 3 decades. I am old. And I've also worked in the security industry, which is more of the corporate side of things, where we provided security to those people in the entertainment industry, as well as tech companies like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, those type of places. So I've worked on both sides of the fence, wearing the suit and tie, as you put it, and as well as going to work in jeans and a t-shirt. So I understand. But the way we move up is how we portray ourselves. So it's no different than anything else. The more likable you are, the easier it is to get along with people. The easier it is to get along with people, the easier it is to climb the ladder, whether that be in the entertainment industry or in the corporate world. So you do have to understand the fundamentals of whatever business you're getting into, but people would rather take somebody they like and teach them how to expand the fundamentals than have somebody who's an expert at something that they don't like. So it's having some self-awareness, having some emotional intelligence, those type of things that will help you identify and be self-aware so you can talk to your manager. If you're talking to a supervisor, I always say they may have an open door policy, but that doesn't mean they want you to walk through their door at any time. So they're busy, a busy person as well. So they might be putting together financial reports and so forth, and they don't want you to just barge in. But if you understand when they're busy and when they're not, and you approach them at the right times, so it's knowing all those things. So get back to the direct question of why putting a podcast together helps. That shows people, first of all, dedication. So it shows them that you're dedicated to your field and your craft. It shows them that you're willing to talk to other people who have that same interest, that same passion. It's giving people the opportunity to get to know you as a person and find out if you are truly likable and the person that they want to be around. And then it's showing them that you are developing yourself as an expert in that field. So the more engaged you get talking to not only your listeners, but to the other people in the industry, you're building a name for yourself. And it takes a while. It's not going to happen overnight, but it takes time. And then if you're not moving up in that organization, there's a very good chance you're going to connect with somebody else that you've been networking with this whole time and have a chance to move over to another organization and climb within that one.
Okay. Couple follow-ups. I got 3 main takeaways. A couple takeaways here. I want to understand more of the genre here in a minute about the podcasters, but I'm definitely seeing that this works really well with the entertainment industry, and I would not be able to argue that at all. I am hearing that you believe that it works really well with the corporate industry. My concern would be some corporations and their rules that we can talk a little bit about here in a moment as well. Then these are the 3 takeaways. You said it's when you have a podcast, most likely in the genre or the field of your corporation that you are working for or wanting to work for. These are the 3 things. It is going to show your bosses, the company, that you are dedicated. You show up on time. You drop an episode like you do, Jay, on your podcast every single Monday and Wednesday. Every single Monday and Wednesday. That shows something about you, your dedication. And so that's the first thing that this shows to our corporations, that we're dedicated. Number 2 was that we're willing to talk with others in the field. We're willing to sit down and enjoy a conversation about the field. That could help too. And the third one you said is it grows yourself as a person. They can see that you're trying to develop yourself in the field or as a person. So you're learning and growing. You've got a growth mindset. You are always learning. These can be some good benefits. What I'm wondering is, because I've had a lot, and when I say a lot, I'm saying maybe like 12 or 13 different potential clients that came to us, my team at Grow Your Show, to ask, I want to start a podcast, but one of the things that they had in common, and let's say this is like 20% of the people that come and talk to us, it ends with, but I need to get approval by my company, even if it's out of the field, but especially if it's in the field of the company. My boss won't let me have a podcast. I've also heard I'm going to have to use a fictitious name. And this is true. This only happened once, but it is true. Not only am I going to have to use a fictitious first name, for example, but I'm going to have to use one of those microphones that changes my voice, a voice altering software, because I want to stay far away from it. Some of these people are engineers. Some of these people are doctors, and they're an engineer and they want to start a podcast about real estate investing because they want to move toward that direction, but they're going to get in trouble doing it. Or they're a doctor and they want to do one about eating clean living, clean eating, not being wasteful, how medicinal mushrooms can benefit you, even though your doctor won't say it, whatever they want to start. Right. But the question is, a lot of them feel like they aren't allowed to do it. So I'm wondering, like, do you only serve certain genres